Hello, welcome to a new video. Today we're looking at binomials. So vocabulary and pronunciation. Maybe you don't know the word binomial, but I'm sure you know a couple of examples. Let's get started. Let's have a look. Okay, so I have 4 examples here. One of them is complete, fast and furious. Fast and furious. That is a binomial. How about the other 3? Fish and, cats and, rock and. What do you think? What's the missing word? Fish and. Can you guess? Okay. Yeah, so fish and chips, cats and dogs, rock and roll, fast and furious. So these are binomials. So what is a binomial? So binomials are 2 words that are linked together, usually by using and or. So for example, fast and furious, fish and chips. And binomials usually, always, almost always, can't be reversed. It sounds strange to reverse them. So yes, we say fish and chips, not chips and fish. Yes, we say rock and roll, not roll and rock. All right. So have a look. I have here 7 examples of super common, everyday spoken binomials. On the left is the first part. On the right are the options of the second part. Just have a look. We have bigger and, do's and, high and, dead or, pins and, rise and, old and. Pause the video. Can you match the first part to the second part of the binomial? Okay, if you're ready, let's check the answers. All right, so bigger and better, do's and don'ts, high and low, dead or alive, pins and needles, rise and shine, old and grey. Great. Okay, the way I'm saying it now is very unnatural, bigger and better, do's and don'ts. So let's think about pronunciation. So binomial, only 3 words, bigger and better. But because it's natural and they're used in everyday conversation, you can find lots of elements of connected speech in binomials. For example, consonant sound to vowel sound linking. So fast and, fast and, fast and furious, fast and furious, fast and furious. So fast and are linked, fast and furious. Also, the intrusive sound. So in British English, we often don't pronounce the R at the end of words. So like bigger is not bigger, it's bigger. It's a vowel, bigger. And bigger and bigger and bigger and better, bigger and better, bigger and better. So that's British pronunciation. However, Americans often do pronounce the R. So for them, bigger, so the is an R consonant. So bigger and better, bigger and better. So this becomes linking again, not intrusion. Bigger and better. Okay, sorry for my terrible American accent. We have the intrusive sound. High, high, I, and high and, high and, high and low, high and low. Also, elision of the sound. So we don't say fish and chips. So the d disappears. It's elided. Fish and chips, fish and chips, fish and chips. You can hear there's no d sound. Fast and furious, fast and furious. Weak forms. and the schwa. Schwa, I like saying that, the schwa. So the schwa is the weak vowel sound, super weak. It's kind of back here and it's like really, really weak. So dead or alive, dead, dead or alive, dead or alive. Rock and roll, and rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. And because we have weak forms and the schwa, that means we also have stress, word stress. So old and grey. So we stress the main parts. Old and grey, old and grey. Fish and chips, fish and chips. Okay. So let's put them all together. So 3 words for a binomial can use many types of connected speech. So for example, Fast and Furious uses linking, weak forms, elision of da-da-da sound and stress. Fast and Furious, Fast and Furious. I like movies like The Fast and Furious. I like movies like The Fast and Furious. Okay. Bigger and better. Bigger and better. Bigger and better. Okay, intrusive R, intrusive sound, weak forms, elision, stress, and this is British English. I got a new job. Bigger and better things for me. I got a new job. Bigger and better things for me. However, like I said, if you're going to use American English, then the intrusive changes to linking. Apologies for the American accent. I got a new job. Bigger and better things for me. I got a new job. Bigger and better things for me. Okay, sorry about that. All right, do's and don'ts, linking, weak forms, elision, stress, do's and don'ts, do's and don'ts. Oh, there are so many do's and don'ts at my job. It's so strict. Ugh, there are so many do's and don'ts at my job. It's so strict. Do's and don'ts, do's and don'ts. Okay, this one has the intrusive y sound. Y. High, and high and low, high and low. I've looked high and low. I can't find my keys. I've looked high and low. I can't find my keys. So intrusive sounds, weak forms, elision and stress. Okay, pins and needles. That feeling when you've been sitting down for a long time and you stand up and then, you get the tingling feeling in your legs or arm, maybe. So we've got linking, weak forms, elision and stress. Oh, I have pins and needles in my legs. Ow, ow. Pins and needles, pins and needles. Oh, I have pins and needles in my legs. Ow, ow. Okay. Rise and shine, rise and shine, rise and shine. This kind of means wake up. So usually you'd say it like this, rise and shine. So linking, weak forms, elision, stress. Wake up, everyone, rise and shine. Wake up, everyone, rise and shine. That's what my mother used to say to me in the morning. Come on, Tom, rise and shine. Okay. Fish and chips. Yes, every British person's favorite Friday meal. So linking, weak forms, elision and stress. It's Friday. Let's have fish and chips. It's Friday. Let's have fish and chips. Okay. Last pronunciation after me. Repeat after me. Bigger and better. Bigger and better. Do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts. High and low. High and low. Dead or alive. Dead or alive. Pins and needles. Pins and needles. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Old and grey. Old and grey. I will continue to do English with Tom videos until I am old and grey. That means very old. Great. Okay, that's it for today. Hopefully that was useful. I will be doing another binomials video and a trinomials video later. So make sure you subscribe and check out those when they come. Go to the playlist, check out the other vocabulary videos, the other connected speech videos. And yeah, thank you so much and see you next time. Bye-bye.